I'm Captain Dave. We're glad you're here and hope you'll enjoy your visit to Enchanted Island. It's a place that's happy and cheerful, and it's inhabited by some of the friendliest creatures you'll ever meet. As a matter of fact, our Happy Island family includes members from the land, from the sea, and from the air. And that's a part of our family you're going to meet first. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear it for Valerie Johnson and her feathered friends.
Thank you. Before I introduce you to the rest of the cast, there's one important thing I'd like you to keep in mind throughout the show. And that is all of these birds are actors and actresses who were raised and trained in Hollywood. So if they do anything that you feel is worthwhile, please don't be afraid to applaud for them, because they are real hams. And believe me, they work a lot better for it. Well, my first little actor is a blue-eyed Triton cockatoo from New Guinea. His name is Herbie. Herbie, can you say something to the audience today in your little squeaky voice? Say hello.
Hello.
Good boy. Herbie, you're getting applause, so take a bow. Big bow. That a boy. Now, Herbie, I've always considered you to be my boyfriend, but I want to know if you love me. How about a kiss? One more? One more? Made my whole day right there. Who could that be? Will you answer that?
Hello.
Thank you. Good boy. But wait a minute, Herbie. That was awfully fast. Was that a girl? It was? You mean I'm not the only one? No? Well, Herbie, you better not keep your girlfriends waiting, then wave goodbye to everybody. Wave goodbye. How about a big hand for my little friend?
As Valerie said, the birds were trained in Hollywood, and we have another actor with us today. His name is Fernando, and he really likes the action roles. Now, today we find Fernando in a scene from The Bird of Alcatraz. Starting off, first of all, being sent to jail. However, once there, he immediately decides to back out of the situation and escape. But he's in such a rush, he stumbles along the way. A guard catches up, and it's curtains for Fernando. Well, how's he doing, Valerie?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Looks like we got a dead bird on our hands. Well, I guess he'll just have to rest in peace. But as in all the movies, it's only make-believe. How about a big hand for Fernando?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to Enchanted Island Summer Festival. This afternoon, we're having a racing contest with our previous champion, Fernando, defending his title. Now, the first challenger of the day will be Happy. And Happy has decided to try and beat the champ on this pair of roller skates. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to Happy's style when he gets going. Okay, Happy, here's the finish line. Show us how fast you can go. Look at that speed. That style. Well, Happy, I don't think you're going to win with speed, but I think he deserves a big hand for his style. And now the defending champion has chosen to ride his own customized racing scooter to try and win again. Okay, Fernando, are you ready? Warm up now, Fernando. Let's go. He's off to a flying start. Now, Fernando, I want you to run down there with determination and show us how you're going to win. Notice his technique now. It's 1 foot on and 1 foot off. Look at him go all the way to the finish line. Good boy. Well, now it's time that we gave everyone else a chance to win. Fernando, you already had your turn, but how about a big hand for my little show-off? No more funny stuff, Fernando. Stay right there, okay? You've seen our male contestants, but now the girls are raring to go. And our first lady contestant will be Ruby. Now, Ruby really believes she's got this race in the bag because her specialty is this two-wheel bicycle. Okay, Ruby, remember, you have to try and beat the champ, so make it as fast as you can. We're counting on you now. Here she comes with 1 foot on each pedal. Now, get that speed up, Ruby. Look at her go. Good girl. I think we have a new champ. Let's hear it for Ruby. That was fantastic. I don't think anybody can top that, Ruby. That was the best so far. I think that's what you call winning the hard way. Well, now I'd like to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. She's a blue and gold macaw, and her name is Jeannie. Now, in case you haven't noticed, Jeannie's awfully excited today because she's got something planned to try and win this event with. Jeannie, the competition's tough. What can you do that's so fantastic? Let's see it. What is it, Jeannie? Everybody's watching. A solo headstand. That's very good, Jeannie. Look at her. That a girl? But Jeannie, I'm sorry. I said that this was a race, and you can't win a race standing on your head. Would you like to try some teamwork? You would? Okay, I have just what you need, and it's right here. How's this push cart? Now, if you wait right here, I'll get a partner for you. Half you're going to be Jeannie's teammate, so why don't you say hello?
Hello.
Good boy! And how about you, Jeannie? What do you say?
Hello.
Okay, I think they're ready to go now, so hang on and let's push. Let's hear it for teamwork all the way to the finish line. Excellent job. Good work, Jeannie. Well, now for our final event, I'd like to introduce you to one more blue and gold macaw, and her name is Harvest. Now, what we're going to be asking you, Harvest, is something that's very difficult for a bird to do. And what that is to try and make one complete loop on this swing up above. Now, this takes a tremendous amount of coordination on the part of the bird, so she's going to need a lot of encouragement from you out there. So when I put Harvest up here, I'd like everybody to clap their hands and whistle as loudly as they can and get our little girl going. But remember, it must be loud or she'll never make it. So let's hear it for Harvest, everybody. Come on, let's hear it for her. Get her going. Must not be loud enough. Let's get her going. Come on, Harvest, you can do it. That's it. Keep it up out there. Don't let her down. Come on, Harvest. And there she goes. 1, twice. She's trying for 3. What a good girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Valerie Johnson and her trained macaws. Well, now, in case you're wondering how Valerie got to be such good friends with Herbie, Fernando, and all the others, well, I guess I'd have to tell you that it's all part of living here on Enchanted Island. You see, we were all brought together here to become a family. Now, it's hard to say exactly how we got here, but you might find the answer to that question in the wreckage that's lying around the island, or possibly in the flags that are flying above it. At any rate, the true magic around here is that all of our different animal friends are trained in the same way that you parents teach your children. Basically, it's a combination between the proper encouragement and lots of love. Now, let's see. You've already met our friends from the sky, so let's get back down to earth for a minute. You're about ready to meet one of the sweetest, most talented little boys I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Dave and Holly Kratzky and their adopted son, Zippy. Well, I don't think I have to tell you why he's called Zippy. He's a highly intelligent 4-year-old African chimpanzee, and believe it or not, he was actually raised at home by David and Holly. Now, you can tell he had good training. He's not only controlling the steering on his battery-powered chopper, but the speed as well with an accelerator pedal under his right foot. Now, he can control that speed anywhere from 1 mile an hour all the way to a blazing 15 miles per hour. However, right now, I'd say he's going in the far turn at around 2.5. At any rate, how about a big hand for Zippy? Well, Zippy, that really was a nice little demonstration, and I know everyone enjoyed it. So, Zippy, why don't you say hi to everyone? Isn't he cute? Zippy, what do you think of this nice audience? Zippy, I'd be ashamed. Well, like I said, he is only 4 years old, but that means that school days are right around the corner, and Zippy needs to learn to play with the other kids. Now, skipping rope is just one of his lessons. In order to be a kid, you've got to know how to skip rope, right? So we'll get his... Wait a minute. We're not swinging through the trees now, so stop acting like a monkey. Tell you what, let's try another approach. Let's count out loud each time he skips the rope. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26. Jump for Zippy. Among his other lessons, Zippy is also well versed in conservation here on the island. Now, even though he loves his motorcycle, he does know eventually those batteries will run down. So he found a more economic means of transportation with his cat scooter. It may not be as fast as a motorcycle, but it stops right on a dime. And gets amazing mileage, not to mention the fact it also runs in reverse. Okay, Zippy, be a good boy. Take your scooter back to Mama. That's the way. Good boy. Not too long ago, while Zippy was visiting one of our neighboring islands, he really made a hit with the hula girls. As a matter of fact, he even learned to wear a skirt himself, keep the beat, and shake it with the best of them. Now, he really loves this, so we're just going to give him some island music and let him do his thing. Okay, Zippy, let's hula. And that's our lovely hula boy. Well, Zippy really does get around. We're going to have to give most of that credit to Dave and Holly, like with this bike they got him for his last birthday. Bad for a 4-year-old. How about a big hand for Zippy? David, I've got to hand it to you. That Zippy is one cute little fella, but you've got to be honest with everyone. Did you really raise him in your own home?
We sure did, Captain. He's a son to us in every way. He sits right at the table and eats dinner with us, watches TV, and occasionally even has to be scolded and sent off to his room.
Well, now, I can't imagine that ever happening, but he sure does play just like a little boy. I mean, he skips rope, he dances, he rides a bicycle. What else can that kid do?
As a matter of fact, Captain, we're just about ready to show the folks one of the things he does best.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Roller Rocket! He's not shy. And now he'll complicate the behavior with a solo spin. Here he goes, round and round. Oh, now, come on, Zippy, you're making me jealous. I can't even skate backwards. And now, for his most complicated trick. In professional roller skating, they call it the Eagles and the Edges. But Zippy does it with a style all his own. Of course, being the good little boy that he is, when he's finished playing with his toys, he picks them all up, puts them in a nice little stack. Oops. Let's go back and try this one again. Stick it in there one way or the other. That's the way. And then back to Mama. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Zippy'll dare a feat I'm sure most of you have never tried. While on roller skates, he'll totally leave the ground and jump through the center of the ship's wheel Holly is holding in front of her. Zippy, are you ready? All right, then, let's take off. And right through. Well, Zippy, you made that look so easy, we're going to have to try it again. But this time, as you can see, it's well over 2 feet off the ground. Now, that's pretty high for little Zippy. He needs some extra encouragement. So when he gets right there, I want everyone to yell as loud as you can, "Jump, Zippy!" Have you got that? Okay, Zippy, one more time. Let's go. Jump, Zippy! Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Zippy and his trainers, David and Holly Kratzky. As you can tell, Enchanted Island really is a happy and cheerful place to be. And that's probably because it's so full of surprises. For example, you might be surprised to learn that Enchanted Island is actually the pool you see before you. That's right, Enchanted Island is this body of water which is surrounded by an ocean of land. And to make things even more fun, it's inhabited by two more carefree creatures. Now you'll be meeting them in just a moment, but first of all, let's hear it for their trainer, our gal Friday, Miss Donna Prince.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you two very special friends of mine. Let's have a big hand for Nemo and Neptune. Now, all of you know that dolphins, of course, are very friendly and playful animals. And right now, I'm going to show you how friendly Nemo and Neptune are by shaking hands with them. Hi, kids. Who wants to go first? Nemo, how about you? Let me have a nice friendly handshake from my favorite little boy dolphin. Come on up and say hi. How are you? How you doing? Good boy. Neptune, put her there, sweetie. That's my girl.
Well, now, Donna wasn't actually shaking hands with the dolphins.
Yes, I was.
But they don't have any hands. Those flippers on their sides are called pectoral fins, and they give them their ability to maneuver in the water. Now, the dolphin's mouth, or snout as it's properly called, is used primarily as their weapon, but they're nimble with these mouths and very fast in the water.
I'd like to demonstrate that right now using these two small balls. Go get them, kids. Now, Nemo and Neptune will retrieve the balls in their mouths, run them under the water, and right up to me. But release the balls the instant I touch them with my hand. Here they are.
And now we'd like to do something just a little bit different, but before we go on, how many people are celebrating birthdays today? Don't be shy now. Let's see some hands out there.
Come on, hold them up. We've got a surprise for everyone that is celebrating a birthday. Nemo and Neptune have been practicing a song just for you. Now listen carefully. Nemo sings bass. Neptune sings soprano. I don't sing at all. I'm their conductor. I get the easy part. All right, kids, we've got birthdays out today. Sing happy birthday. Oh, come on now. They can't hear you all the way out there. You're going to have to sing louder. Let's really raise your voices. So pretty. That's happy birthday to all of you from Nemo and Neptune.
A dolphin has a built-in sonar system which enables him to track, navigate, and locate food in the water by the use of sound waves. You might say it's their amazing way of seeing with their ears.
Now that's right, Captain, but this sonar also warns them never to enter any object that entirely encircles their body. But I've taught Neptune to ignore her fear and jump right through the hoop.
Good girl. One more time, but she really has to run fast for the high one. Wow, let's hear it for Neptune.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, when the captain's not around and Neptune's gone out to sea, Nemo likes to practice his hula dancing. Now, I've got Nemo's grass skirt right here. I'm going to toss it out into the island, and if everyone will imagine a little music, Nemo's going to show us the fine art of island dancing. Are you ready, big boy? Then let's get it up and shake it. That's my fella. One more time, Nemo, hula for us. Look at him go. Let's have a nice hand for Nemo. You know, when I first met Nemo and Neptune, I found out right away these two are very creative and inventive animals. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Neptune's going to show you a behavior she made up all on her own. We're so proud of Neptune that we call this one her twister. Neptune, why don't you come on up and show everyone a twister? How about that? Once more. Let's give Neptune a great big hand.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, throughout history, dolphins have been noted for their classic grace and precision. Now, of course, we here on Enchanted Island think Nemo and Neptune are no exceptions.
And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Nemo and Neptune are going to show you their perfect sense of timing as they jump together in a beautiful double high jump. Now, timing is the key to this behavior. They must communicate with each other under the water as they're making their run, break the water, and hit my hands at precisely the same instant. Let's go, kids.
And they are off and running side by side around the pool. Here they come.
Whoops.
And there they go.
Uh-oh. Nemo, you were off on that one. Now you're going to have to talk it over with Neptune. Stay with her. Jump with her, too, big boy. Come on, don't fuss. We're going to try it once more. I've got fish for you. Doesn't that look good? Yeah, but if you want it, you're going to have to come up to get it. That's it. Once more, they're going to talk it over. Nemo slipped on a wet spot that time, so he's allowed a mistake.
Okay, looks like they're taking their time getting together here. Wait a minute, looks like they are together right now. Looks like we're ready to go.
Yes,
One more
let's
time.
go.
Off and running. We'll see if they can make it this time. We'll soon find out. How's that for precision?
You know, behaviors like that are really hard work for these two. And after that kind of exercise, they need to take a little break. When Nemo and Neptune relax, they always play, right, Captain?
That's right, Donna. And the game they love to play more than any other just happens to be football. Now, it's played a little bit differently here on Enchanted Island. Instead of competing for points, the dolphins will be competing for fish. And that's one fish for every pass they catch and one fish for every field goal they make, which is putting the football between the two palm trees. But we cannot have a football game unless we have some teams, right? So I want all you guys out there to cheer for Nemo, all you girls to cheer for Neptune. That's right, you get the dolphin of your choice, and Neptune's the first pass receiver. She's got the call, pedaling high on the water on a post pattern all the way to the back of the pool. The ball is up, and she makes a beautiful diving catch for the first fish of the ball game. That's one for Neptune. Now she'll try to make it two with a field goal attempt. Diving down the bottom of the pool, heading for the end zone. Here she comes, she's up, she shoots, and it's right over the bar. That's two fish for Neptune. All right, guys, I hope you can cheer a heck of a lot louder for Nemo than the girls just did for Neptune. Keep in mind, this is a football game, and it does help if the Dolphins know someone's on their team. In other words, don't be afraid to yell. It's Nemo's turn. Guys, let's hear it for him. He's to the 5, the 10, the 15, and he just couldn't stay up long enough to handle that one. All right, the score is now 2-0. Neptune is still leading. Nemo's going to try to get some points on the board with his field goal attempt. Now Nemo does a little bit differently. Laying the ball on top of the water, lining it up. He aims, he shoots, and it's right over the trees. That's one fish for Nemo. All right, girls, this is Neptune's last chance now, so let's hear it for her. Once again, it's Neptune. She's really putting her heart into this one, going all the way back. The ball is up, and she couldn't hang on to that one. A loose ball out in the pool. Neptune comes up with it. The score is still 2-1. Neptune leading. She'll try to stretch that lead to 3-1 right now with her final field goal attempt, and it's right off the left-hand side of the palm tree, so that gives us a score of 2-1, and it's Nemo's last turn. All right, guys, let's hear it for him. Nemo's really putting his heart into this one to the 5, the 10, and he grabs another one. Tie ball game. That makes this a deciding field goal. We'll soon find out the outcome of the game. If he makes this, he wins. If not, it's a tie, and it's a touchdown! I don't believe that. Well, Nemo, you really pulled that one out of the bag. Do you think you won the ball game, little fella? You did. Uh-oh, Neptune's pretty upset over here, Nemo. Are you going to give her a chance to catch up? You're not sure? Make up your mind. I'll tell you what, Nemo, you'd better be a real... No, you're not. Nemo, before these girls get mad at you, you'd better be a real good sport. Go back in the pool, get Neptune, and bring her up here with you. Will you do that, Nemo? You promise? All right, Nemo, get back in the pool. Now, as you know, the dolphin's natural habitat is in the ocean, and if they come out of the water and onto dry land, they could be endangering their lives. All dolphins are totally helpless out of the water. Basically, they just don't belong there. These two know if they should have any problem getting back in, that Donna will help them, and here they are now, side by side.
Aren't they pretty? Beautiful. This lovely lady on my right, ladies and gentlemen, is Neptune. Neptune's 10 years old. And she weighs a whopping 420 pounds. Now, Nemo is only 6, but this little guy weighs 315. That's a lot of weight for them to pull up onto dry land. Nemo and Neptune will live to be almost 40 years old. They're still very young yet. All right, kids, I've got another fish here. Would you like one more? You would? Okay, back in the water.
How about a big hand for the football stars? Now, all animals, whether from the land or the sea, have a natural fear of fire. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, Nemo and Neptune are no exceptions.
That's right. With a lot of time, training, and most of all trust, Neptune has learned to jump right through the center of this flaming hot hoop. All right, big girl, it's a hot one. Easy does it. Right through.
One more time, but she really has to be careful on the high one. Wow, let's hear it for Neptune. In the open ocean, dolphins have been clocked at speeds very close to 50 miles an hour. And here in this pool, they can reach speeds of almost 30 miles an hour.
And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Nemo's going to show you some of his speed in a solo high jump. All the way to the top of the tower this time, and as high as I can reach. This is going to be a distance of well over 17 feet. That little guy needs all the encouragement he can get. And that's what I've got right here. Encouragement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, notice how very gently Nemo will take this fish from my hand with his 96 razor-sharp teeth. Are you ready, Nemo? Get set, let's go.
And he is starting his run around the pool, gradually building up that tremendous speed. Here he comes. Let's hear it for Nemo. Now that was very fast indeed, and if you like that kind of speed on the dolphin's behalf, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love Neptune's next behavior. Now it's by far and away one of the most difficult tricks to teach a dolphin to perform. We know we spent much of our winter here at the island teaching it to Neptune. Well, it's ready for you now. It's our amazing 1.5 somersault in the air. And it makes a beautiful picture. If you have a camera, focus it on the center of the pool and about 10 feet high. She's starting her run right now, slowly building up speed, racing to the far right into the pool, rounding the curve. Here she comes. Now it's 1.5. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before the conclusion of our show, on behalf of Donna, myself, and all of us here at the island, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being such a great audience.
But before you leave, Nemo and Neptune would like to tell everyone bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed the show. So long, everyone, and have a good day at Great America.
Life is great on the Enchanted Island, the wondrous water paradise. Come back and see the Enchanted Island, the Enchanted Island.